guys, Ramblin Bob here again with another update with the Pecron E2000LFP. So this is the first system that I bought from Pecron, of course, just a refresher. I have the full 8 kilowatt system, which is the 2000 watt hour main, and then you have two 300 batteries, which are down there. Okay, so that's the whole, just in case if anyone's just joining us here and want to keep up to date. I'm charging via solar right now. We're bringing it to just over 900 watts, and we're using just under 200 watts, and that's usually average for me. I'm not a big power using hungry guy. A lot of my tools are DeWalt 20 volts, so I don't need much grid power for my workshop. All my lights run off this, my TVs, my laptops, they all run off this. But this is basically just a checkup, if you will, to make sure that the system is running good, and to remind you guys that you know, I haven't forgotten about you if you have or want to buy the system. I want to make sure that you have all the information that you have available to your fingertips, because I didn't when I first bought the system. I kind of had to figure it out myself. So I do feel like some kind of a scientist, if you will. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do you know, kind of like a checkup, like when you go to the doctor, they check your temperature. So we're going to check the temperature of the system, and then you're going to see in real time, hopefully you can see that, there's about 80 watts up there at the ports, 92 right on the ports, 83. Obviously that'll change depending on the power that comes in throughout the day. Oops, wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. The screen, I don't know if I can even pick up the screen. Okay, I can, I didn't even know that. 81, 81, 82, 82. Now notice it's hotter as you get down, because that's right here is where the MPPT controller boards are. There's two of them, and these are updated. So this is what you would get if you bought the new system. You get 120 volt output, a real 100 watt USB-C, and then you would obviously get the new updated boards for the MPPT controllers at 600 watts a piece, and they're much better, guys. They work. Okay, the other ones had a little issue. So let's continue this test now. So here you got 94, 97, 98. Well, there's 100 right there. So right in dead center, there's 100, guys. Well, and then it dropped down. Oh, I see. It's a 93 on the little flappy thing, and 100 right here. So that's the highest so far. Okay. And now remember, we're basically, you know, pulling in almost 1,000 watts here, guys. Here's 102, 105. Okay. 106, and now we're probably getting to the temperature of the MPPT controllers. 103, 100, 96. So the fans on the controllers are actually, well, I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to get a better angle, guys. Filming stuff it's kind of tough, guys. You only got one guy. Okay, so 82, 83, 88, 91. So you can definitely see that where the MPPT controlling boards are, those little two fans that were on there are doing their job, and that's exactly why you have a fan, is to cool down the system. Just feeling it with my hands, I can feel that the heat is here and here. So obviously if you open this and look at the boards, this is where these inputs come into and connect to the boards, here and here. I've opened this completely, the system completely, and I know exactly where the connections are. It goes from here to here, and it goes from here to here, which is why if I put my finger here and I run this over here, see it goes to 100, and now see how it spikes a little bit, 105, because right here is the actual connection to where this bad boy goes to an internal wire and connects to that little baby motherboard right there, the MPPT controller, and then one right there. So that's where you're going to see the spikes. You can feel them, but 100 degrees is nothing, guys. Like I said, look at the power we're pulling in. I mean, this is literally a system. This isn't a toy. This is an actual system that could run almost your entire house. It would run my entire house, because I don't really have anything big. My furnace is gas, my dryer is gas, my hot water heater is gas, all the rest of it in the house is electric. I can run every single item in my house, my microwave, my air fryer, because I can make tater tots and fish and chicken and all kinds of good stuff in there. I can run, I can charge the Oukitels on here one at a time, of course, because once you go up to that 2,000 watts, you know, this'll snap and you have to reset it. There's not much leeway. Once you get to 2,000, it pretty much cuts you off. So wire's still working good, guys. These are the modded wires that I have originally. I think I'm the first person, I don't know, in the world, who knows, that was crazy enough, I guess you could use the word, to actually take the wires and break pins out of there to make my own configuration. And then Pecron used that knowledge to better their product. And I'm really excited and humbled by that, because I mean, who am I? I'm just a little guy with a channel that just started. But I saw what the problem was. I brought it to their attention, and they rectified the situation. They also fixed the manual is now updated. The 100-watt CD is now updated. USB-C is now updated. The voltage on the system, you know, mine is still 112. I didn't put the new board in yet. The new systems, I'm gonna leave mine at 110. The new systems, that when you order them, they're 120. The voltage a little bit higher because remember, we're charging, guys. But this will sit at like 110, and the power factor is 8 because I'm using this much power at a power factor of 8. So I'm losing 20% of power to heat and other things, wire and whatnot. But this is basically just a little update, just to kind of give people a refresher. And like I said, I didn't forget about anybody out there. I'll stay with the system every once in a while, and that way people can see in real time that, you know, hey, it's working, right? I mean, it's the entire system's running. I'm still getting, I think it's about 7.3 kilowatts out of the entire system, 7,300 watt hours out of the system. So the battery capacity is holding. I've cycled this a ton of times already, guys. I lost track. As you can see, I have like 40 videos dedicated to this model alone on this channel. And everything, the batteries have been fine. I haven't seen any over voltage. I don't charge the batteries. If I can, let me move this here. I don't charge these batteries through the ports anymore, guys, because I believe that for me, this 900 watts is plenty. It's all I need, so I don't have to speed charge it anymore. It's there if I need it. I can put another 800 watts plus this, you know, right? So 800, this plus 800 watts is 1700 watts today, if I needed to, by pulling another 400 watts through this battery and another 400 watts through this battery through the ports. So it's there as an option. It's there as a backup plan. Guys, like in life, everything in life deserves a backup plan, and then some things deserve a backup plan for the backup plan. That's just a very good way to go through life, is to always have a backup plan. The DC I don't use much, so I can't speak too much with this, other than I do use the USB-C 100 watt out, and remember, it's only 65 watts on this board. The new one, they updated it. I don't use these at all. I'm not a DC guy. I use the 100 watt whenever I want to charge like a smaller power station. But that's very rare. That's very rare, guys. You know, because I could just as easily, you know, plug it into one of the solars and have it, you know, charge up lickety split. But this was just an update. Now this is a big, huge update. If I could, let me see if I can raise this up a little bit, guys. I gotta raise this camera up a little bit, because I want to show you guys something. Okay. As I said, I didn't lose track of you guys with this system. I just been focusing on other stuff as well. I want to show you something cool. So, well, I think it's very cool. So, Pecron apparently really likes the reviews that I do so much, because they're very honest, and they're able to update their systems and upgrade and better them, because I yell at them, and when they make a mistake, they've been fixing it, guys. They fixed the cascading cables, they fixed the 120 volt output, they fixed the USB-C. Even Hobotech complained against that, and you know what? They didn't care, but I complained against it, and they fixed it. So I'm a little bit more of a maybe a bulldog, if you will. You know, I want to make sure that your money is spent properly with the product that you buy. Let me turn some light on here. I want to make sure that you don't waste your money. I want exactly the $5 that you spend for the $5 of product that you'll receive. Nothing more, nothing less. Just give people what they buy. But because of all this, they were nice enough to send another sponsored review to me. I didn't ask for it. They just sent it, which was awfully nice. And this channel is growing because of this. Because of this, I shoot from the hip, guys. I don't play games with any of my reviews. If I don't like something, I'll be more than happy to tell you. As I didn't like that little charging box. Remember the lunch box? I coined it, that term, lunch box. I hated it. And you know what? They they put out a new one. So unbelievable for them to listen to a little nobody like me. But they sent me this now, guys, okay? They just sent me this week, and I was very humbled because, like I said, this channel it's becoming something because of the honesty and the integrity of the channel. Is, like I said, my reviews can't be bought. If I don't like something, I will tell you, as I did many times with this item. But I bought this item. That's the difference. I bought this one, and I still complained about it. This one I got free this week, and I'll be testing this all week, and then maybe putting up a video this week or possibly next week after I go through a bunch of tests. But this is a really cool little box, guys. I was really, really impressed with this. Spoilers, if you will, I guess they call it. I was extremely impressed with the power and the it works. Like everything on this little box works. I was unbelievably surprised that this smaller box, which I think this came out after this one. This is the E600LFP, and guys, I have not found a single problem, not one, other than the serial number sticker, and I'll talk to that in later videos, because this is not a review about this, it's about this, or an update. But this is an unbelievable tiny box, guys. Unbelievable. So please look for that review. It's coming up shortly, maybe this week or early next week. But back to this one here, we're still pulling in 920 watts. Notice there's no sound coming from this, guys. None. I have the window open so you hear the traffic out there on the road. The fans are going a little bit. Here, if I can put it over to the side here. That's about it. I mean, it's running. I think we saw, what, 106 on the temperature on the scale. The heat signatures are, very focused on the center-ish area here, which is where this connector connects, and then that connector connects over here. So the heat is focused in this area here, which is, that's where to be expected, because that's where the wires are going in and connecting. So at any connection is where you create heat. That's usually the problem, if you will, on most circuitry, is all the connections. And that's why they found, like, have you guys ever heard of a GAN charger? That's what I call it. It's gallium nitride. It's unbelievable. So a lot of times they use silver to make solder points and connections. Well, they have a new thing called, and I want you to look this up, it's called gallium nitrate. I believe that's how you say it, gallium nitrate. And it's two different chemistries that they can put on a connection, on a solder point or a terminal connection, where it actually stays cooler than the silver content that they use, or even gold content that they would put on to connect things together, and it keeps the temperature lower, which means you lose less to the power factor, guys, when you're trying to get this energy across those circuit boards. So unbelievable. It charges my phone at up to 100 watts, which to me that's mental. That's a ton of power going in a handheld phone. If that battery popped, boy, that would take off your arm or your head. So that's a lot of power to put into a little cell phone battery, but it can do it. It's amazing. All right, well, this is just an update, guys. I just want to keep you, like I said, in the loop of what's going on. Look for this review, guys. This is coming out either the end of this week, possibly, or the beginning of next week. I like the company, guys. I think they had a rough start, and I was lucky enough to yell loud enough to be that little pit bull, if you will, more like a Chihuahua, guys. You know how a Chihuahua, when you turn your back, they attack you. That's what I did with my complaints. As soon as they thought they were off the hook, I complained again, and that's exactly what a Chihuahua does. But my Chihuahua complaining, guys, has fixed this system to where now if you were to buy this, you get a better system because of that. I didn't. I had to upgrade. I still have to upgrade this, get that to 100 watts. I still, if I wanted to, can put this to 120 by changing the board. I don't think I want to, because I like the battery capacity of 110. I just use this for my refrigerator, my freezer, my office. I don't need that higher voltage in here. Per se, and if I do, like this has 120 right off the bat, guys. Look at this. I was a sneak peek, if you will. Look at 121 volts right out of the box. This is a brand new unit. It's been out of the box less than probably 10 hours, maybe even 9 hours. I don't even know, but that's a spoiler for you guys. All right, well, I'll leave it at that, guys. Ramble on, be safe. If you're not a subscriber, please become part of the family. We're growing at a pretty good rate, and we're going places now because these companies are now seeing us as a big enough channel and a big enough, I think they call them influencers or something like that. I don't influence anybody. I do my reviews, and if people like it, wonderful. If they don't, that's fine. But I don't look for sales. I don't look for any of that. If you use the links and they go to Amazon, I do get a very small commission. I think it's in the pennies. I haven't even kept track of it. My wife set me up for that. But I literally love this technology, and I think it shows because these companies are seeing this, and they're seeing the attention I'm getting on these, whether it's good or bad. They're fixing their products, guys. I'm complaining like that Chihuahua, and they're fixing their products and putting them out. Like this one is I would say this damn near 100% perfect, but I'll wait for next week when you can see the review. But all right, guys, ramble on, be safe. And make sure to smash it, like Donkey Kong Hammer. Here, do one of these. Donkey Kong Hammer the like button so other people can find this video, and the YouTube can, spread the information out there and say, hey, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about a little bit. And if he doesn't, go there and debate. That's what the comments are for. If you don't agree, debate. I love to talk electronics, guys. All right, ramble on, be safe, and I'll see you next time on Ramblin Bob Reviews. Bye.